rainy dark day on February 8, 1965, maid Maria Guerra used her passkey to check and open the door to room 636 at the Gunter Hotel in San Antonio, Texas. Her life changed that day as she screamed and ran for help at the sight before her. A ghostly legend and mystery was also created that scares people to this day on this 6th floor of this hotel, and a ghostly murder cold case as well. Are the spirits of the young woman believed to have been killed and dismembered as well as her cold-blooded murderer still haunting this room?
In room 636.
A lot of people in San Antonio have seen this particular paranormal haunted video featured several times on the news, and they've asked me, is that me? I say that yes, that's me.
I need someone to take her out.
I've actually been on several paranormal teams here in Texas. The thing is, I actually rented that room that night in the Gunter Hotel.
We did capture a bright light about the size of a softball making contact.
A little story behind that investigation that occurred in 2005 is that this particular founder of this paranormal group was conducting a lot of research on the Gunter Hotel and the mystery haunting story that goes along with room 636. Now what happened is Walter A. Emmerich, back in the 60s, conducted a grisly murder, and this is an unsolved murder. It's basically what we consider a cold case.
The video was recorded in 2005. Soon after the woman was attacked, she reported feeling as if she had been punched in the
and it's believed that he killed a blonde woman inside room 636 of the Gunter Hotel. Now this room has been changed.
It's a story that many San Antonians know well about an unknown woman murdered and dismembered by an ex-con who then kills himself. Marvin Hurst is live inside the Gunter Hotel on the 6th floor where that murder happened. Marvin.
Good morning to you, Sarah. Yeah, they are telling me that room 620 used to be room 636. As we take you down the hall, this room where 636 was is actually sealed off. Gene, if you can zoom in there. As a matter of fact, you can kind of see some of the lines there where the room was. This is exactly where they tell us the crime took place.
And that particular night, it's a little funny story, but we had wanted to go and investigate this room, and I actually was the person who was requesting the room. I remember walking up to the hotel desk at the Gunter Hotel, and back in 2005, they were not as open to renting this room to patrons as they are nowadays, as far as the haunting story behind that room and what occurs on that floor.
Go back in time, shall we? On February 8th, 1965, a maid at this hotel opened a door to room 636 and she saw Walter Emmerich standing beside a bloody bed. Police believe that he had killed and disposed of a woman's body after chopping her to pieces.
When I requested that particular room, I remember the girl behind the desk looking at me very strangely. She couldn't understand why I wanted this particular room 636.
And then watching her body parts, he escaped to nearby St. Anthony Hotel and checked in under an alias. Emmerich fatally wounded himself before police could find him. Back here at the Gunter, police found evidence linking him to the scene, though the victim's body has never been found.
I explained to her that at the time that it just had a lot of feeling to the room, and that I'd stayed in that room before and I wanted to request that room again. Actually gave me somewhat of a hard time requesting the room, but I was pretty adamant that I wanted this particular room because of the significant value that I personally felt towards the room. And I actually acquired this room so that one of the first paranormal investigations in San Antonio could be conducted in room 636.
Since that time, folks have claimed, hotel employees and guests, that there have been unusual things that have happened here.
As you can see in that video, a woman was struck. She actually had bruising on her face, she had redness, she was actually sitting to the left of me. And again, I was the lead investigator on that paranormal team at the time.
Hotel Gunter here has really embraced that as a part of the hotel's history.
That night was very eventful. There were a lot of things happening.
Haven't dismissed it at all. As a matter of fact, I believe they've been able to capitalize on it. Back here live, have some unusual things been happening here?
After that investigation was conducted, I actually stayed in that room for the rest of the night because I again did rent this room. And there were some strange things that happened. Around 3:30 I was woken up by, I think it was either a loud noise or some fumbling with the front door to the room. It actually sounded like somebody was trying to get in the room. Actually, at the time I got up, this noise was so loud, I got up, I checked the door, I walked down in the hallway, I looked, and at first I didn't see anything. And then out of the corner of my eye, down the hallway, I actually saw what appeared to be a blonde woman.
I haven't experienced anything this morning. Now, my photographer claims that weird things have been happening with his camera, so I don't know if it's or if it's really the ghost.